The new school year is right around the corner, and while some kids may be excited to see their friends and their teachers, others may be feeling a little anxious about this. And joining us right now to talk more about it is Dr. Matt Edelstein, a psychologist with Kennedy Krieger Institute. He's going to help us help children make this transition a little easier and feel more emotionally ready for the school year. Thanks so much for coming in.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
So do you see this as a common problem among children every school year?
This is one of the biggest transitions that kids have in their young lives. And even though it happens every year, it's significant and it causes some stress, certainly.
So how do parents help children make the transition?
Well, I think parents are always well-intended in trying to prepare their kids by talking about what's gonna be coming up. We certainly don't want to do that in June or July because that can start the wheels turning a little bit sooner than we want. But we want to think about what do we need our kids to be able to do? What time do they wake up? What time do they need to go to sleep? And start preparing them for that before the first day of school.
So when should that happen?
2-3 weeks is really when we need to start preparing to have a day that looks like school. And that includes sleep times and also meal times, because those are two things that can really help kids start to feel more prepared for their school day.
Yeah, and that would be now because we've got a lot of systems opening up on August 24th.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, so tell me what children, from their perspective, what are they most nervous about when it comes to starting a new school year?
Well, I think it really depends on the child and the experience that the child had in the previous year. So if we're going to the same kind of class with a similar setup, it might be more excitement, seeing friends that they haven't seen, or maybe some anticipation about what the school day is going to look like. But there's a lot of transitions that happen even year to year for kids who are familiar with school. And so that might mean a new pathway to their classroom through the hallways, new friends or teachers, or even a new school building, which can cause a little bit of stress.
Absolutely. When it comes to having those conversations with our children at the right time, how should parents approach that? Should they ask the kid how they feel?
Yeah, well, it's always good to check in with kids about how they're feeling. Sometimes kids are not the best describers of their emotions. And so kids might put off or sort of be very kind of nonchalant about their anticipation. So we want to prepare them and think about how to set them up for success, even if they're sort of saying this isn't a big deal and it's not something they're thinking about.
Let's go to the first day, because a child can seem very steady and prepared to start school, and then the first school day comes and they completely break down. What do you do then?
Well, we want to make sure that we set them up for success. So we might start the day a little bit earlier. We might have some of those decision points be already pre-planned, like what are we going to wear that day? What are we going to have for breakfast that day? Who's going to be picking you up from school, or what's the bus schedule going to be like? That way, even in the unpredictable, kids have these sort of pillars of predictability that they can sort of lean into.
And if you have a child that absolutely is fighting you about this, seems very nervous and uncomfortable about being there, should you leave your child, or should you maybe try again the next day?
I think the best thing we can do is prepare to the extent we possibly can, and then bring your kids to school, because they need to know that whatever anxiety they're feeling, that they're going to have a supportive school team there to meet them, that their friends are going to be feeling the same way. And if we're avoiding that experience, that's just going to make it harder the next day. So do what we need to do to get our kids through that door, and trust that they're resilient and they're going to be okay.
All right, Dr. Edelstein, we're so thankful that you came in to break all that down for us.